the one thing, but they've been all been out for a while. What's going on, everybody? It's T Reaper, and I'm back with my longtime associate and friend, Mr. Cray TV. What's going on, Cray Simmons? What's going on?
What's up? What's up, everybody? It's been a minute since we did something together, but
we want to both apologize that this is being broadcasted at almost 5 a.m. in the morning. We know this is late. We know probably none of you will watch this live, but you will watch it back eventually. So
night owls.
We are vampires, and we are proud of it. But that is just beyond the thing. We just got finished. Well, I just got finished watching the Game Awards. And Craig was watching it earlier today when it was live, and I have got to say that everybody who it's all about the controversy how God of War won Game of the Year, but Rockstar won everything else, and everybody's upset that Rockstar didn't win Game of the Year. Craig, what do you think? God of War is deserving of that Game of the Year? I think so. I think they're both gold titles, regardless of who won or who lost.
My honest opinion. Now, I'm going to speak to it as an unbiased person first before I put my fanboyism on it. Unbiased, I'm glad God of War won because, like I told you earlier when we was talking, I haven't played any of the Red Dead games. I didn't fall into the hype of Red Dead 2 being played well on the X. It's Rockstar or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But for what I played from God of War was amazing. Start to finish. But I had my little doubts. Remember the controversy about no jumping in God of War? You know, that whole debacle. Yeah. No, I had my doubts, and they cleared it up when I played the game. But
no, Santa Monica did a phenomenal.
They did an awesome job. Yeah,
a fantastic job. They deserve every credit. But I agree with certain tweets on Twitter that said that certain categories that Rockstar won, God of War should have won. And I'm like, after watching that whole thing, I'm watching it back. I'm like, yeah, I kind of agree. I do actually agree. Like some of the stuff doesn't fit like that Rockstar like theme concept. It was like it seemed all Rockstar except for Game of the Year, and I was like, see, nothing for Spider-Man. And that's what we were just talking about. We were just talking about how Spider-Man didn't win anything. We were like, shocked.
Yeah, I was shocked with that. Like, this is my thing. Let's say the acting, right? Mm-hmm. I would have said God of War should have won the acting because the way Kratos interacted with Atreus.
The Judge is awesome.
Well, yeah, okay, you know his name. I don't. But as a matter of fact, I started a New Game Plus a couple of days ago, and me and my wife, we sat down. She was watching me play it, and she was like, "He wants to hug his son, but like he'll pull back, and then he'll go like quick to being stern again." So
no, that was my favorite part of the Game Awards last night was like when Christopher Judge, Read it, boy, yeah. Christopher Judge, Kratos, and the Atreus came on stage to announce the award, and he was like, "Read it, boy," and he said it, and everybody was like laughing and geeking, and like they all applauded. They're like, "Oh, that was awesome!" And the kid read it. It was like really funny, but he was like, the kid was just reading at it, and like Christopher was like just looking at the kid. He was like, "Read it, boy."
And like I said, I'm good with God of War winning it, but now I gotta give my fanboy get up here on my Twitter troll. I don't do that much, but you know what I'm saying.
I mean, if you listen to it wasn't all the Game Awards like showed some new stuff off that I thought was really interesting.
Oh yeah, the game previews.
I'm even more excited for Anthem than I originally was, so I'm definitely going to buy it now. So that is definitely a buy. I'm excited for the new Far Cry game, although I am like beyond perplexed why you don't just name Far Cry 6.
Let me ask you this then. You played Far Cry, I haven't played it.
Yeah,
that was at the end of the trailer for the new, I guess, expansion, if we're gonna call it.
I think that's I think that's an expansion.
The guy you supposed to kill, was that him?
The guy survives at the end.
Holy shit! So they didn't kill him. Okay.
Yeah. You don't kill him at the end. Well, I can spoil the ending if you want. It was
you can because I said Far Cry.
At the end, what happens is you basically go in a boss battle with him. I kind of geekly. Well, I had a bonus given to me in my edition, but I had a rocket launcher. So all I did was legitimately go up to Joseph Seed and go like 1, 2, 3, 4, dead. I killed him with 4 shots. I was like, okay, the end. But then what happens is he brings you into the bunker, and the apocalyptic like scene happens where the nukes go off, and like the whole Montana place is like burned to ashes, which is what they were promoting in that trailer. What happens after the bombs fell? They want to tell that story. They want to bring the apocalyptic like scene to Far Cry. So that's what happens after 5 is like the bombs go off and that the world becomes, basically, it kind of felt Max Payne-ish to me, but that's just me.
Okay. Well, my thing is now, since you said this should have been 6, so what do you think they're gonna do with 6?
Maybe
because that shit look pretty over the top. Like,
well, it feels like they wanna follow this narrative even further. So like, it depends how far do you want to push the narrative of 5? Because maybe the reason why it's not named 6 is because it's directly related to 5. So maybe it's a continuation of 5. So it's not technically a 6. The 6 would imply a new story, a new background, all that, etc. That maybe they just want to keep building on what they did in 5.
Okay. Well,
and I feel 6 would be something like bigger and more, more shocking than what this one looks like.
It looked like, in real talk, it looked like it's more on, since the nukes went off, and I guess it fucked everything up. It's looking more like it's dare I say it, like a Walking Dead type scenario when it's eat or be eaten, kill or be killed type thing. Because like they were like, give us your shit, basically, or if we can't have it, we're gonna break it. And that's pretty much Negan from The Walking Dead. So I don't know. It sparked my interest though. I ain't even gonna front for someone who never played a Far Cry game.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Made me want to play it.
I'm like, wait, at first I was like, wait, what is this, a Walking Dead game? What is this? And I was like, oh, okay. Like the other thing that was like caught my interest was that Avengers game. That looked kind of,
man. You know what?
Everybody geeking on that. That's like
it caught my interest until they at the end of the trailer. Switch exclusive. I'm like, get the fuck out of you. Can't do Ultimate Alliance because granted, now I'm about to sound like a fraud again. Never played Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 until but I love Marvel. And see, back then I didn't play like those top-down RPG type games or whatever. But now I got old, I want to play them. And I would love to get into Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, but they charge so damn much for them. But I want to play this, but I can't buy it on the Switch. Not at $60. Looking the way it looked, because it looked crappy as shit.
It looked crappy.
It looked crappy as shit.
First, I thought it was a mobile game. That's how crappy it looked.
But
again,
I can't spend $60.
Some mobile games can lie to you. Some mobile games can look gorgeous, but look like in actual game time look trash. And then some games look trash in trailers, but look gorgeous in game.
See, so yeah, I can't, and I won't. I'm gonna wait and hopefully cross my fingers and my toes that eventually it will come to Xbox. I don't play Smash Brothers, so I don't care.
You're not even gonna consider buying a Switch for like a classic such as
no. Hold on, Reaper. I got a Switch.
Oh, you got one? Oh, you're just not gonna get Super Smash Brothers?
I never played Smash Brothers. Never liked it. I tried the first one when it came to the. I think the first one I played was on the GameCube. Was that the first Smash on GameCube?
Yep, first one.
And I didn't like it. My baby brother loves it.
That's like one of the epitomes icons of like fighting games.
I don't like it. Just like Metroid Prime, when they went to that first person shit, I didn't like Metroid. Keep my Metroid side scrolling 2D, boom, platform. That's what I like. Well,
I noticed like companies are like morphing games that weren't originally intended to what they have now become. They become what they are now today because developers want to be like, oh, it started off as this idea, but we could change it into this. Not caring how the fans think or how the fans will perceive it. They just want to make money.
I'll tell you another game too. It's an old game, older but a goodie, and I got it like an hour or two into it, but I'm gonna get back on it. Shadow Complex. It reminds me of Contra, beefed up to this generation.
Was that just that Josh Holmes game?
No, it's Cliffy B before he started getting whacked.
Oh, okay. Oh, that
Yeah.
game. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and it's actually pretty good. Believe it or not, it's like a cross between Contra, 3D type shit. It's pretty cool. It was an old school game though. Like I said, it was back PS3 360. But it's on Game Pass, and I'm cheap as shit, man. I don't buy DLC. I don't buy a lot of arcade games, but
no, that I gotta say, going into 2019, that Game Pass is either gonna be a lifesaver or a curse for certain people.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Game Pass.
I can see
Game Pass is the future, man.
Next year, so I'm amped.
Check this out though. Check this out now. I don't know if people don't know if they realizing it, but Game Pass is what gaming is going. Because Epic, I didn't know Epic had their own little game streaming thing like Steam. Everybody's doing that now. But see, because Steam was the first to do it, it's okay. Because the PC market, it's okay to have a pay-to-play network and all this and that. But Xbox do it, it's bad. Boo. Yeah, your games are trash. No, it's brilliant. It's genius. Because I would have never played Forza. I'm thinking about buying the DLC for Forza. I don't buy DLC for a lot of games. If it ain't fucking Gears or Destiny, I don't buy DLC. But I'm thinking about buying Fortune Island because Game Pass gave me a great game with Forza Horizon that I didn't have to pay for. So I might actually do it. And now, here we go now with Epic doing their thing. Epic got a couple of games in that junk. I'm glad they ain't got Gears of War and shit in there because that would just definitely fuel the console war. Like, Xbox is a service system now. Can you imagine?
No, Gears 5 is going to be in it though.
But no, check this out. With Epic though, the first 4 Gears games, 1, 2, 3, and Judgment were all done by Epic.
Oh, okay.
So can you imagine this Epic streaming service? I forget. I can't think of the name of what they called it now. But what if you can put that on your PlayStation 4? Now, can you imagine the fanboys? They'll be like, guess what? I'm playing Gears 1, 2, 3, and Judgment on my PlayStation through Epic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what I'm trying to say. And, that goes to, like, earlier when everybody's jumping again, talking about Phil Spencer says, you can be able to play Xbox games on PlayStation. You're not going to be able to play Halo, Gears, or whatever, Forza.
I think... This is speculation. This is just my opinion, but I think what Phil really wants is a unified gaming platform. And the problem right now that the companies are facing is that gaming is not technically necessarily like even 75% unified because everybody sells to their own market, and it's not under one market. His goal is to get everything under one market, one platform, one idea, and just no matter what you own, you'll be able to play with like your friends, your family, your teammates, your gaming buddies, no matter what you own. Doesn't matter if it's a phone, PC, console, doesn't matter what it is. His goal is no matter what you own, you'll be able to play it anywhere. And I think that's But in order for that to work, you need the unified platform, and sadly, gaming is just not at that state where it is a unified platform yet. Keyword.
You know what?
Yet.
Now, I'm gonna say this. Now, I wish I was big on the internet back then, but when I used to get Game Informer back in the day, or it might have been Electronic Gaming Monthly, I cannot remember, but it was talks of all three unifying together to make one platform. I think it was called the Phantom. It was I don't know if it was a fantasy project or whatever, but it was one console to play them all. Nintendo, Sony, Xbox. But I think the thing that shut it down because of Nintendo at the time, because I think they were still pretty much the top of the market before Sony really came in and killed them. Well, I ain't say kill them, but before Sony came in and took over, it was called the Phantom, and it was supposed to be one console to play them all, and Nintendo was going to be the developer of the console. They wanted everybody to sell their rights over. I wish I could find it. Probably tomorrow I'm gonna go up and research it, see if I can find it again.
It sounds like people had different ideas back then to which directions they wanted to
go.
But
it was years ago. It was a long time ago, man. Yeah. But right now, if they could get back together, and maybe them three being on stage together, that might be talks. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
that would be cool.
But I don't really
buy that console.
Really think it's Nintendo that you have to convince. I think it's the Sony partners that you have to convince in order to let you do that. I don't think it's really Nintendo.
Back then it was Nintendo, because remember Nintendo.
Yeah, but now I'm saying I don't think it's
Sony.
And now it's Sony that you have to convince. Yeah. It's not Nintendo, because Nintendo wants to do it. You know, they're all for that crossplay, you know, dream, you know, notion. They're all for it. It's Sony that is the one that you have to convince. And if you can convince Sean to do it, you know, more power to, you know, gaming as a whole.
I don't think it's even Sean you got to convince. I think it's old, what's his name? That's at the head of Yoshida.
Oh,
Yoshida look like he a just traditional greedy motherfucker. Oh, damn, I heard Brock Lesnar jumping off the top rope. That was not a good look. Yoshida. It's just like why I stay at now, man. I stay out here in the country, right? And prime example, I build ships for the Navy, right? For my job. And the main place we get our steel from, Nucor Steel, where we get our metal for the ships and stuff, they wanted to set up in my hometown right now where I'm at. Because they so country, so backwoods out here, it don't change. They shut them down. So they went to a neighboring county and gave everybody first pick at the jobs locally. They making bank at Nucor. Now, I make good money where I'm at, but if I was working at Nucor Steel, I could probably double my salary. But, you know, that's just saying, that's how, like, old boy from Sony remind me of. He's like, he don't want change right now. So until you willing to accept change, it's like you had so many people against cross-play, cross-progression, all that. Just play up here. And that's old school thinking.
And that's the problem is, like, you gotta, you know, for this medium, you know, because a lot of people are, you know, saying this medium is booming right now. It keeps improving, and even the ones that were, you know, in the generation before this are saying this is better than we've ever seen it. Where, you know, we're impressed, but that's not where success lies. The most success would rely if everybody worked together under one umbrella,
one roof,
and made the most money. And then you would have one gigantic company, not, you know, for, you know, three ones trying to fight for ultimate dominance.
It's just crazy though how people just, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm an Xbox guy through and through.
No,
I can have one console.
I've dabbled in PlayStation. I had a Game Boy Color when I was a kid. I remember what old school Sony or old school Nintendo was like. I don't wish to go back there.
Well, no, it ain't about going back.
But I remember what it was like.
But, you know, it's so much stuff you can do if you could get everybody to come together.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna happen.
If you could get everybody to work together and work, you know, work under one unified dream like Phil wants, yes, that would be a perfect world. But my feeling is like we don't live in that perfect world that he dreams that we do. And if we did, it would have happened so long ago. It's not even funny. Unless the only people that were against it were the ones that were the main people in charge. So that's why it didn't happen. Maybe now the decision to, you know, let's try this dream, maybe that's in the appropriate hands, the people who can make it happen without any, you know, interference from other parties.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see though, because, you know, crushing ponies and vice versa will be a lot of fun.
Because I'm gonna tell you now, the way Sony's looking, they have gave y'all everything that they're gonna give for right now. Last of Us 2 might come out next year, and Days Gone push back to the end of next year. Ghost of Tsushima, I really, from what they showed, I don't see that running on PS4 or the Pro. I think that's next gen altogether. So,
well, I'm kind of amped personally to see what the next gen, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Counter arguments are going to turn into. And what is this Scarlet and what is this xCloud? We have two devices to buy next gen. Oh, this is going to be fun. Lots of money. I wonder how much it's going to cost.
Well, I'm definitely staying away from the all streaming one because, like I said, where I stay at, it's not gonna benefit me at all. So you ain't got to worry about me worrying about Scarlet Cloud or whatever.
No, I did not.
Uh-oh, he's getting beat up, y'all.
No, sorry. Continue.
But I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting the PS5 first before I get the new Xbox because I got the X. And to me, I don't see the X being obsolete no time soon. And I didn't get a PS4 Pro, so I'm still running on my day one PS4. And that bitch is you can't hear it now. That bitch be howling sometimes. I be playing God of War or Spider-Man. So I just beat Bobby Roode. Oh, he kicked the fuck out. Get the hell out. I got something for you. Another L5 player. Another L5. But yeah, I'm gonna get the PS5 first. But I'm definitely gonna get the new Xbox later. I might wait till the second generation. Being that I got the X and my X ain't burning up like so many people say their X's is doing. And I have the Scorpio edition.
I still have my X. My X still works.
Yeah, I was saying everybody talking about, oh, the Scorpio's burning up. I can't tell. Mine is running fucking fine.
Yeah, mine. Well, I have to. How much crap it goes through. I'm impressed that it's still holding, but it only needs a cache reset like once a week or so, which is probably a good thing. At least it doesn't need it more. And if anybody who watches this, anytime your Xbox decides not to launch a application or a game of some kind, and it keeps saying, oh, it takes too long to to load, or that wonderful message that all us Xbox people see when we try to play a digital game and it suddenly doesn't load, and we're like,
you said that wonderful message.
Yeah, we're like, how do we fix this? Well, I'm going to tell you actually how to fix that. All you have to do is go to your settings, go to alternate network, clear network, clear it, let the system restart, and then try it again. That's like a free tip, because sometimes the system is, if it builds up too much cache, it doesn't load properly. So the problem is you have to clear the cache in order for the game to run again. So, kind of like the concept, every so often you got to clean the computer, same concept. So sometimes, and the longer the system is on, the more cache it builds up over time, which is why you have to do it every once in a while. Otherwise, it gets build up, and then bam, it can't read your crap.
I just got beat by Bobby Roode, and I was Brock Lesnar. Can you reset that cache? But I got a question for you, though. That was a good tip, though, for because my Xbox be doing that shit sometime, and I just hold down to do a hard
You don't always want to do hard resets, because sometimes the hard resets can screw up the Xbox. So you always want to clear the cache first. Now, if the cache doesn't work, then yes, that's what you do. You do a hard reset.
Cool.
And and then also having external drives. I know a lot of people hate doing factory resets because it basically wipes your drive. If you get an external, like a 3 terabyte at least, you'll be good.
Yeah, I got an external. I got a 3 terabyte on my Xbox, and you might laugh at me, but my wife, being the good wife she is, I game and she game, so she buys me an external for my PlayStation. She buys me a 4 terabyte for the PlayStation. I said, why you give me a 4 terabyte for my PlayStation when I play more?
I ultimately have 6 terabytes because I have 2 hard drives.
Oh, see, but I think I'm gonna have to.
I'm about to run out of space soon, but I won't run out of space anytime soon.
Well, see, I got about 200 games, but I cycle through them, and right now I'm playing SmackDown. Right now, I bought it on PlayStation this time, so I got plenty of room as of now. But I'm planning on beating a lot of those single player games on my Xbox and deleting them and just calling it a day because I can't keep buying hard drives. But what do you think about the game? Was it Dauntless? I don't know what the hell that is. that they showed at the Game Awards.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It looked like it's Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Or am I?
Or a weird MOBA.
So that's what that is, a mobile game.
That's what it looks like. I haven't seen actually any official gameplay of it. Although but isn't that already out though?
I don't know. I never heard of it. Never. And like I said, I play games.
When I was on stage, I was watching. I had to watch it the Game Awards in 2 different locations. I had to watch it once on GameSpot, and then I got like halfway through it, and then like GameSpot stream hadn't finished like rendering or like encoding, so I had to go to a different location to watch the rest of the show. So then I went to Game Informer, and of course there was the 2 main dudes who host that stream. They were talking while I was trying to concentrate
the
on
whole time,
to watch the show. So it was annoying to watch the second half of the show while they were talking, but I could still get the gist of what was going on, like in the background. So I was like, oh, okay. But like the yeah, that show like had some weird like new games. I was like, is that a PC game or is that a phone game or what kind of game is this?
Because that was the same thing I was saying.
They had to keep you guessing. I was like, okay, phone, PC, Xbox, PS4. Which one is this?
And same thing for that. And the other game was somewhere Hades. I don't know if we talked about that, but that's with the Epic game.
Yeah. Well,
whatever they doing.
Yeah, but it said iOS, so it was a phone game. I'm like.
I was like, God knows what the hell we got here, man. Come on.
Why do I care about iOS engines? Like, what the hell? Like, no.
But you know what that's telling people? And I know people hate to admit it, but mobile gaming is big, bro.
No, I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm just saying, like, when I watch a like Game Awards, more focused towards like Sony and Nintendo and Xbox, you expect to see that content. You don't expect to see phone games.
Exactly, but you know what that's letting us know now? Regardless of what your platform of choice is, the gaming industry is going to where the money is at. And right now, mobile gaming, because you look at games like Candy Crush. Come on, man. Candy Crush. Multi-billion-dollar. Come on, man. These cats, it probably took them maybe I'm just going to overshoot it. It probably took them like $5,000 to make the game. They're like something you could do on your.
You know what I did? You know what I did like is I did like what Fortnite is doing with the new maps and stuff like that. That new block mode. That's actually pretty impressive. How they're gonna take the community's creations and give it back to them, just like another famous collection that we all know and love.
Minecraft.
Halo, Minecraft.
So
they've done that a couple times. But I was kind of thinking, I was like, what is Josh Holmes doing at a new studio? I'm like, that kind of threw me through a loop for a second. I was like, what the hell is he doing there? I was like, oh, okay.
But see, that's what game is going, man. See, and I get it. I'm part of the old guard. I like having my console locked games and stuff, but these developers, they spending all this money going to school, training, getting degrees, whatever the case may be. They're not trying to make a game. I'm just not picking on it, but let's say God of War. As great as God of War is. You play it once, maybe twice, and the average gamer is done with it. Unless you one of those guys that got that 100%, get that platinum or whatever the case may be.
Which is why, although that new category, the most
what they call ongoing game,
ongoing game, that was actually pretty interesting. I'm like, oh, that's kind of a tough choice. All of those are actually really good ongoing.
But look at what it was. Look at what it was. Games that's constantly being supported.
Yeah, but that was the fun part about it. Was like it really was. Which game isn't dead yet? That's been out a while. Yeah, that was kind of the real message. That was the real message behind it. I was like, oh, come on, that's really messed up. That's really messed up. That's a nice way to word it, but it's really messed up.
Hey, look, now I'm gonna do you one better. We Xbox guys. I love Halo and Gears. Notice they weren't up there, and they get supported. It's games
but it was also at the end of 2018. I mean, Aaron Greenberg was up there supporting Forza, and Phil was up there twice. And Phil even let slip, like he was like, thanks, Jeff, for bringing all three of us together. Didn't have to do that.
Yeah, but you gotta look at the bigger picture though. The games like Warframe, Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
You ain't got to make a new game. Just we doing season 30.
Yeah.
And people still go. As long as Fortnite is still hot, long as Warframe is still hot.
Well, as long as a game's like fan base never dies, it technically is immortal to that fan base. It does never actually die. So if you can take one premise and then just forever build on it to make it better and better and better, I say that's a better business model than building one game, waiting for all the fans to get tired of it, then build another one over and over and over again. Whereas you can just take one model and then build it on over time, and then you conserve cash and you make more cash over it.
So you say that, right? But look at all the people who. Now I ain't talking about Counter-Strike.
Buy that type of model? No, it does not.
Look, well, check this out. Counter-Strike, not Counter-Strike Go, the original Counter-Strike. People still playing that game.
Yeah, that has that's also because like Counter-Strike is like one of the core reasons FPSs are what FPSs are today. So it has an immortal fan bases. And certain games do have immortal fan bases. Like God of War has an immortal fan base. Halo has an immortal fan base. But Zelda has an immortal fan base.
But this is the thing though, they didn't do God of War 3 DLC. No, they went to a new God of War game. Same thing with Gears. I love Gears.
Yeah, because they know they'll probably make more money off of doing that, and plus, those type of games don't really get those DLCs.
But I'm telling you, man, this is the way they going right here.
I mean, they're turning Gears into a mobile game. I don't know what else you want for stretch out room. I don't know how well that will actually do though. It's kind of interesting.
Well, we'll see. But this is the future, man. Games. I hate to say it. I hate saying it. Games as a service. As long as it's a good game.
Well, games as a service, I think, as long as it's done correctly, is not a problem. It's when it's done incorrectly is when the problem occurs.
Incorrectly is State of Decay. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love State of Decay, but that's done wrong.
Why do you think it's actually done wrong?
Because the game, from what I played, now I didn't play the first one. I played the second one. From what I played, it was a mess. I uninstalled it.
The one thing I didn't like about State of Decay 2 was the cooperative connection barrier. I hated that. I hated that you had to be within the proximity of the person in order to be connected to them. I hated that. That is such a cripple. It's a crutch, and it sucks. So that's the one reason I stopped playing it, because I wasn't gonna be right next to my teammate every single second of the time I played it. So I was nope.
And then maybe that's another thing. I ain't really play it with nobody. I just playing it solo, and the game's broken with me solo.
Well, they did tell you that playing it with people enhances the experience and makes it more of the experience they want you to have is playing it with people, not just by yourself. And you get into some pretty crazy times if you play with people.
It's the same thing with Sea of Thieves. I know that's a touchy subject too, but Sea of Thieves could have been so much more.
Sea of Thieves has evolved into so much than
I haven't played Sea of Thieves since you should the Megalodon. And
if you haven't played it since the new update, go play it because it's interesting. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'll play it every now and then, but I'm not addicted to it. But it still has improved. That's still something.
So is it worth playing? That's the thing. It's worth playing. Because I'm thinking about, because I uninstalled that and State of Decay, and I was actually looking forward to both of those games when they were talking about them. And I don't know. But I don't know. Gaming is evolving. Everybody's complaining about the DLC, the games not being all shipped 100% when they, sell them to us. These developers are trying to make money, and you can't be mad at them because at the end of the day, if we was in their shoes, you want to make money. But give me a good game, give me a finished game, a decent game anyway, a game that works, and
the story that will be developed over time. We cannot wait to see more of what this God of War franchise will become.
But see, that's the thing. They said God of War ain't have no DLC, right? It's gonna be a whole nother game. I'm cool with that because the way they left the original God of War, I'm satisfied with ending it. And you pull the little curtain back, you see the little paintings on the wall or what could be. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of pleased that I don't need to buy another PlayStation 4 God of War game until PS5, but
Oh, I'm about to say, mark my words. Yeah, PS5 come out.
God of War, that might be the reason to buy PS5, ladies and gentlemen, is God of War 4.
You know what?
God of War 5, if you want to be
technical. I almost bought a PS4 Pro just to play God of War. Real talk. I almost bought one.
Yeah, I mean, I have my I have my statues that I got for my collector's edition on a nice fancy wall, and my Mason edition from God of War. Its posters are around my room, and the statue is on one of the top shelves. I have my Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War dragon and Balrog statue at the center, which is pretty dope.
I got a few little collectibles, but I ain't got no game other than my Gears of War figures. I think they were done by Tide Toys. Todd McFarlane.
You know what I'm amazed still works is my my Black Ops 3 fridge. It still works. I got a mini fridge from Black Ops 3, and it has the Juggernaut thing on it, and it lights up. And
didn't Fallout do a mini fridge to one of the games?
Yeah,
was it Fallout?
Fridge was expensive. That was $150 or something like that. It was it was insane. I was but that Shadow of War edition was $350. I was like, damn.
Yeah, see, man, I can't buy them collectible editions like that. Y'all got too much money.
How much is Kingdom Hearts gonna cost me? That's gonna be interesting.
Kingdom Hearts gonna be $8 million. Because Devil May Cry was, what was it, 10,000, 20,000, something like that? Because he had a jacket. I saw that shit. I didn't even look at it. I said, the hell no. Devil May Cry 5's collector's edition was ridiculously expensive. So, Kingdom Hearts. I don't play Kingdom Hearts. My wife does, and I've been with my wife 12 years, and yeah, she's been waiting on it for 12 years because I think when I got with, she was playing Kingdom Hearts 2. So, yeah, she's been waiting on 3. So,
yeah,
they're going to charge you probably your firstborn.
I think all the old school fans have been waiting on 3 for a long time, and we hope Square Enix delivers. It looks like they're going to deliver what we asked for, so we can't wait to actually play it. I'm kind of speculating how long it's going to be, because 1 was 18, 21 hours, and 2 was 28 hours ish. And I'm kind of curious what 3 will be. And I'm also kind of curious if it's going to have all the Pirates of the Caribbean, or at least the first 3, the second and the third stories in that game. Because it looks like it. And that's going to be kind of interesting. But I'm going to be
I can tell you this. If you like Final Fantasy 15, you're going to like Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah. Well,
so
I liked Final Fantasy 15. Even though I've never been a big Final Fantasy fan per se, I just like Kingdom Hearts. But the action was very refreshing, and not turn-based, which was what I hate about those type of games. Is turn-based. I hate turn-based games. But
this motherfucker whooping my ass right now.
But yes, but Game Awards 2018. I am proud to say that I am not I'm actually pleased with how gaming turned out in 2018. No bad games, good games all around, good fun times.
Unless, look, I got to be the troll. Unless you're an Xbox gamer, then we didn't have no games because that's what they say.
Or you could have been an Xbox gamer like me who just uses Xbox for common sense things like using multiplats, and then you have games to play.
Bingo. But that's what people feel. I guess if it's the topic of 2018 is if it's not an exclusive, it's not a game. That is the 2018 topic. So, I mean, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, but we use these consoles for everything, not just
everything.
Exclusives just create fandom for the device. So like the fandom around Kratos and God of War is fandom, creates fandom for the PlayStation, community. Fandoms over Halo and Gears create fandom for Microsoft, so on and so forth. Mario creates fandom for Nintendo. That's all these like icons are. They're just like childhood memories that we love and what make this brand or brands what they are to us as the consumer. But then you get into the nice nitty gritty, and then you're like, it's not all nice and rainbows, and everybody fights each other over it, which is really dumb.
And see, that's where people like me and you who are gamers, we understand this. Like me, I get it. If I bought my console solely for what I can only play on my console, then yes, I would probably be a PlayStation guy.
Yeah, but that's not what I use my device for.
Exactly. I play games. And
games, as in plural.
The games that we play, everyone plays, because greatest God of War and Spider-Man is Call of Duty, Battlefield, FIFA, 2K, Madden, triples those sales. Yeah. And you pay them where you want to play them on. I prefer Xbox. But as
the other thing that you got to take away from us, like talking about this, like these are games that we played for like decades. That's like how like we can say these games are better than the others because we've played these for like since we were children. But at the same time, some of these new games are like you're like, what direction is this place going in? And then others are like, oh, that actually looks pretty slick and pretty dope. So you're like, it's a mix of, everything, you can't.
And both of us can agree the direction that every game is seem like it's going there. Most of them is some type of multiplayer, whether it's co-op, player versus player, or whatever the case. That's the future.
I don't want to see story games disappear completely, but I think, a focus on if you really want to get crossplay across the board and you really want it to happen and you really want it to launch successfully, you really got to get a decent amount of player base backed behind on every platform. You already know Microsoft has it, not so much Sony, but it does have it. And Nintendo is brand new to it. You got to back people behind online gaming again, like keyword again, because you had to do it in 2004. So it's got you have to do it again like 14 years later. But like it's kind of funny, but you got to get everybody behind these games to play online with each other. And I feel that the biggest danger to crossplay is you're allowing different people of different cultures and different backgrounds and different personalities to blend with each other, which is a good thing. But at the side on the side note, it is also technically, can be a bad thing because if you have the wrong people mixed with the right troll, a lot of crap can go down in like less than 10 seconds.
Man, like I said, game is constantly changing.
But no, I feel like everybody was like, it's like beef year for games. That's all they kept saying. Like, and like the guy on Game Informer was like, you can't see that twice. He already said that. I'm like, I was like, that was funny. But no, it really has been a good game from God of War to Far Cry 5 to Shadow of the Tomb Raider to Red Dead Redemption 2.
Odyssey.
The Odyssey, it's been insane.
What though? My favorite game, they need to do like people's favorite game ever. You know what my favorite game is? You might laugh at me, but Mario Odyssey. That game was fucking fun.
The one that brought Mario back from the dead?
Yes. And I'm going to tell you why. From my point of view, my wife played it with me. My kids. All us as a family. And that's what game is about, fun.
Oh, yeah, that was the other new category was best family game. That was interesting. I thought that was kind of interesting that they were all I was kind of mad that the Golden Boy didn't win the nomination for best caster though. I like him.
Man, I don't know. I don't care about that shit. That casting, that Ninja motherfucker. Fuck.
I'm kind of mad that Ninja won again though. Ninja, what's that? The third time in a row he's won.
But he up there snitching on people.
He popular though. Yo, I like that the biggest controversy around Ninja this year was his wife, and his wife was right next to him.
Was she cheating on him?
No,
she's
like
watching another
the
stream.
fact that Ninja wouldn't play with female streamers. You know that whole controversy earlier in the summer, how that all exploded in his face.
Oh, I don't follow Ninja, man, so I don't know. I'm up here getting scrubbed out right now in Street Fighter 5 by some bitch. Anyway, he got me. Damn. All these notifications I done got popped up on my damn phone. What else we got to talk about there, Reaper? Uh-oh. I think you passed out. You still there, Reaper? People, we might be having technical difficulties. Well, until Reaper come back, I'm gonna end it like this. The VGAs, School for Gaming, is putting gaming out there. It's definitely the way he's doing it, bringing celebrities in. What happened?
Oh damn!
Okay. I don't know what you're doing. It's all but I thought you had canceled the jump.
No, I didn't. No, I disconnected, reconnected. I'm still live. All right. Well, any last thoughts, Craig, before I end this? Because it's 30 minutes till 6 a.m.
Yeah, I know it's long. I was just saying, basically, man, the VGAs to me, it's not important, but it is doing one thing for gaming. It's bringing everybody together under one roof and bringing it to the masses. People who don't play games or look at games as being something as beneath them. When you bring celebrities in, you got musicians in and all this talent. Study pushing it forward. It's a good thing. I just wish somebody else other than Jeff Keighley would take it over. Someone who's not biased, because he's clearly biased to Sony from the tweets that he does and everything.
I don't pay attention to Jeff Keighley's tweets, so yeah. I wouldn't be able to judge that way.
I try not to, but it pops up from time to time. But just I wish another company or someone else would come up with their version of the VGAs and be truly neutral and let the fans vote. Let the fans speak. That's all I got to say. But other than that, we got new game trailers, previews, releases, and it was a decent show. It is what it is. I'm out. I'm good. It's up to you, Reaper. You can end it.
Well, I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody who watched my recent video. If you guys like me doing more videos like that, just leave a like button, leave a comment. Shout out to I want to give a special shout out to everybody this year who's been moral and physical support. I appreciate it, and also shout out to Pony Nation. I want to give a shout. I've been dying to do this. I'm going to do this in a holiday video in a couple weeks, but I'm just going to give you a hint of what I'm going to do. So I want to give a quick holiday shout out to not only Intro Media, not only my buddy Craig here, who was up with me at like 5:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time.
Gamer.
That's that's a props to this man here who doesn't want to sleep. That's props. Shout out to Mr. 100. Shout out to Hebot. Shout out to Kaleidoscope. Shout out to Ice Queen. I think Ice Queen Gaming. And shout out to Xbox 448. Oh Snaps. Shout out to King Mega 405. Shout out to everybody that is still on with me on this channel, on this journey, and I appreciate all the support and views. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And last but not least, Ryan the Professional, thank you for being mature and being funny and comedic when I entered your stream. I appreciate that. Respects, bro. I appreciate that. And all the other members of the Pony Nation, shout outs to everybody there. Everybody had a great year of gaming. Gaming 2018, yeah!
Shout out to OG Reaper for being a great friend.
Hey, what they say? Hooves clicking?